Hey, what's up, guys? UFC 313.
Alright, UFC 313.
Yeah.
Let's go. My name's Giuliano Argenti. This is my anonymous friend.
What's up, guys?
And now we're gonna tell you about
Full predictions.
Full card prediction, breakdown. Alright, so listen. These are our full card predictions.
Yeah.
For this card. I feel it's gonna be a changing of the guards. My friend disagrees, but we'll get to that.
Right. So we'll start with the early prelims. So we have Djorden Santos, who's making his debut off the Contender Series, and Ozzy Diaz, who just lost to Mingyang Zhang
in his first UFC fight at light heavyweight. He's now cutting weight, down to middleweight. Ozzy Diaz is 6'4", 79-inch reach.
So he's a big middleweight.
He is. Now, he was knocked out by Joe Pyfer on the Contender Series. He had a couple of LFA fights, kind of more or less grandfathered into the UFC. Ming Yang knocked him out in the first round.
But he looks pretty good though, right? Mingyang Zhang.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, I mean, Ozzy Diaz was pretty much ran through by him at light heavyweight. Now, he's a guy. I mean, Ozzy Diaz. I don't know if the weight cut does him much good. I don't think he has I think he's just. I think he's stockier. I mean, he only. All that could happen is he loses strength.
He could lose his strength. He could lose his durability.
Yeah.
He could lose his cardio late in the fight because he's drained.
His durability never really existed to begin with. I mean, I think Djorden Santos is a better fighter.
Okay.
Will Curry. I mean, what do you think? I mean, Will Curry was definitely a strong opponent against Santos, and I mean, definitely has, somewhat of a future in the sport. Ozzy Diaz, he got trucked through by Joe Pyfer.
Pyfer trucks through a lot of guys on the roster, though.
Yeah, but Pyfer trucked through
Mark
on the
Andre
contenders.
and he did that to Al-Razak Assam.
Yeah, true. I mean, I just think, on the Contender Series, he lost, and then he had a couple of LFA fights, and that was basically it. So
Djorden Santos.
Is the
pick. All right.
Definitely wins.
What about featherweight? We have Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda.
This is kind of an interesting fight. A lot of people are taking Gutierrez. I'm gonna take John Castaneda. I think that he looked really good against Daniel Marcos. He did lose that fight, but
Chris Gutierrez, he was bullying the bantamweights, right? That's where most of his wins were coming up.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the same guy? No, he's the guy. He fought Song Yadong.
Yeah, he did fight Song Yadong.
I got him.
And he took Song
mixed up with Christian, someone like that. Yeah. He fought Song Yadong. That was kind of a boring fight.
Yeah, it was. And then he went on to. I mean, he fought. Yeah, he last August on the Tiberius Spivak card. He let's see.
Quang Lee.
Yeah, Quang Lee, kind of a boring 29-28 win against Quang Lee. He didn't look nearly as good as he did against Song Yadong. I mean, it was the later rounds where he just completely failed. I think this is one of those fights where I think stats matter. Chris Gutierrez is 3 inches taller than Castaneda with a 4-inch reach disadvantage. And, I mean, that kind of thing, you know, the way that Castaneda strikes, you know, I think it's like, it's almost like, you know, it's like Cannonier versus Rodriguez in a sense.
Right, it's usually it's kind of a disadvantage to be taller with a shorter reach, right?
Yeah, actually. I mean, you know, honestly, in Castaneda, I mean, they're the same age. You know, I think, you know, I think Castaneda also, I mean, you know, it's like he's been knocked out, you know, by Daniel Santos. He was knocked out by, or no, I'm sorry, he lost to Marcos. But I mean, he did beat Gufarov, Moon Gufarov, who just beat
Gaffarov.
Gaffarov.
Yeah, he just had a good win a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, against Rinyan Nakamura.
Yeah.
He submitted Miles Johns, which is a really good win. Castaneda did.
Yeah.
You know, Miles Johns is not to be ignored.
Alright, so you got Castaneda?
Yeah.
I don't know about this one, dude. I'm gonna pick this one.
Yeah, I mean, Gutierrez's last really dominant win was against Frankie Edgar, who was on his last legs.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
But yeah, I'm gonna take Castaneda. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but
yeah,
I don't care.
What about Mairon Santos or Francis Marshall? It's another guy making his first fight, right, in the UFC. Debut, Mairon Santos.
Yeah, Mairon Santos. I'm going to have to take Mairon Santos. Francis Marshall is no joke. I just think that, honestly, like, you know, Mairon Santos, okay, so his Contender Series fight, which was against Khan Ofli, who got, you know, I mean, who honestly, Naimov could have looked better, against Khan Ofli, but, you know, like, Ofli had a decent debut. I mean, he lost, but, you know, Francis Marshall, you know, he's been in the UFC for a minute. He came into the UFC off the Contender Series, knocked out Marcelo Arroyo, which doesn't really matter. He took William Gomez to a split decision. Gomez won. Isaac Bulgarian knocked him out in the single round. And then he took Dennis Bazooka to a split decision. So he's had his ups and downs. He's 2-2 in the UFC. But to be honest, like, you know, I think Mairon Santos has him. Right. I think Mairon Santos just, you know, he has knockout power that you know, Bulgarian kind of has as well. And, I mean, I think that, honestly, I think Marshall probably gets shinned. He could shoot takedowns, you know, Francis Marshall could, but, I mean, I don't know. I think Mairon Santos, right. I think it's going to be a knockout early on.
What about Alex Morono or Carlos Leal? This guy Leal is really fucking yoked.
Yeah, I think Leal, Leal feels like
he has like horrible acne in his Tapology picture, dude.
Yeah.
So this guy's on all kinds of steroids and whatnot.
Well,
and he beat Renat for Kretinov. It's a good win.
Did he though?
It's pretty close, but
A lot of people felt that way. I didn't feel like he beat Renat. However,
that's a pretty good guy
however,
to
that
fight
was
in your
that
debut.
was a very close fight against against Renat Fikhatinov. And Alex Morono is not Renat Fikhatinov at all. Like, not even close. Alex Morono has looked worse and worse in his last few fights. And yeah, I mean, I think he's on his last legs, whereas, Carlos Leal is absolutely hungry for a win.
Yeah.
He's definitely, he's a knockout artist. I think Leal, I don't even think this is fair, to be honest. I think Leal killed him.
But what about Brunno Ferreira or Armen Petrosyan? Ferreira is like a little tank of a guy. He destroyed RoboCop.
He did, and he was only ever he's only ever been knocked out by
Can he lose to Stoltz?
So he was he was submitted by Dustin Stoltzfus, and he was knocked out by Ruzaboyev, who's one of my favorite fighters. And just got the first round knockout.
Yeah, he did.
Now here's the thing, right?
He just lost to Abbas Magomedov too.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Stoltzfus. It was,
he beat Stoltzfus.
He beat Stoltzfus, first round. So he either finishes or gets finished. Armen Petrosyan is,
It's okay. He just got KO'd by Shara Magomedov.
He did. Double swinging back fist. And,
dude, it looks like Ferreira's going to win this one, right?
Yeah, which begs the question, why is he an underdog? But, who really...
Yeah, that's weird, huh? I think Ferreira looks like a pretty good pick.
Yes. Brunno Ferreira.
If you put him on your round robin, you get good return for that.
True that. I think Andy's 12-2, which is that same record as everybody's hero, Alex Ferreira.
Yeah. And same record as Joshua Van. Who's fighting Rei Tsuruya?
Yes. Joshua Van versus Rei Tsuruya.
How do you I don't know.
Tsuruya. Who I picked in his first fight, by the way. And, he had a very, very close fight against, Carlos Hernandez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on 303, which I did sweet.
You know what's pretty crazy is Joshua Van is 23 years old and he's already won 5 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean...
That's pretty nuts. Most of these guys don't even make it to the UFC by the time they're older than that.
Yeah, Joshua Van seems to be improving with each fight.
This guy's Rei Tsuruya is only 22.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 10-0. Undefeated, but so is Rinya Nakamura, so is Tetsuro Taira. And, I think that, Joshua Van is going to be he's going to be fighting very carefully, but he's also not. I mean, I saw that Rei Tsuruya was pretty fragile. And striking wise not the most effective against an opponent who wasn't very good.
And Joshua Van is one of the best strikers around.
I mean,
he's got the most significant strikes per minute of anyone in UFC history.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember we were talking about that last time?
Yeah, he's.
I don't know if that's still the case. But that was, I mean, his
striking. Yeah, his striking is absolutely.
Yeah, that's why people like John, because he's fun to watch.
Yeah,
he's got really good combinations.
A lot of people picked against him.
He's a tiny little guy, but he is a pretty entertaining fighter. Hopefully he wins.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna.
He probably will, right?
I'm absolutely going with Joshua Van.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why.
Yeah, like he's still first on that 8.88.
Yeah.
And Ribovich it's tied with Aspinall.
Jesus.
Ribovich got robbed, huh?
Well, I don't know why he decided to box. That was, he's throwing wheel kicks to the body in his last fight. But.
Yeah. What about that's next? Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, it's
weird.
Really it's crazy to give someone Blaydes in their UFC debut. He's probably not gonna win.
No,
it's almost like they must. It's weird because if he was really, if they really thought he was gonna be something, they would try to build him.
Yeah. I mean,
give him a couple fat heavyweights to beat before putting him against. Blaydes has been in there with all the best guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible this dude could maybe knock Blaydes out, but
that's it. Like the only way Blaydes really loses is to power punchers, like, KO him early.
Yeah, although I don't see it happening.
No, probably not.
I mean, I think Blaydes, I like, honestly, it's like, I see this dude losing to Blaydes and then, still probably winding up in the rankings, the heavyweight division being what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's, I mean, I feel like that's a relatively easy one.
Yeah.
Curtis
It'd be
Blaydes.
a big shock if he won. If Kuniev pulled off the upset, that'd be shocking.
I mean, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would happen so fast that I'd just be like, ugh.
Yeah, I guess you're right, dude. Because these 265-pound guys can knock each other out so easy. But I'd still be pretty surprised.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, I'm taking Curtis Blaydes.
What about Bobby Green or Mauricio Huffy?
King Green.
Forgot.
Yeah.
King. You really call him King Green?
No.
That's crazy.
No, yeah. I think that changing his name to
What do you
King
think
Green,
his mother thinks about that? She named him Robert.
She did. I don't know.
She's probably fucking proud of her son, he's a successful guy, but that's weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
See, I feel like Bobby Green just
Maybe it's all those. Maybe it was that after the Jalin Turner fight they did that. Or?
Yeah. I mean, he had one more in him with the Jim Miller fight, but I mean, yeah. There's the CT there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that Mauricio Huffy, people act like he's the weak link of the fighting nerds, but I mean,
he had some problems with lawn top.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's like after he knocked out Jamie Malarkey, I mean, lawn top was, I mean, he probably. I mean, who knows what really went on with Lon Top. I mean, he won. I don't think he's...
Some of these guys are just... They're hard to knock out,
Yeah. I mean, I think
Some of these guys are real tough.
And I mean, he might be the weak link.
But you know what? Didn't Lon Top take a round off him, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think, I still think that, I mean, weak link of fighting nerds or not. I mean, I think Mauricio Huffy... Like, I mean, I just don't think Bobby Green
No, I don't think so.
Has it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's.
I don't know.
I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, especially, I mean, you know, let's see, with, I mean, you know, he's, Huffy's a knockout artist for sure. I mean, yeah, just all.
Oh, wow. So, that must be. So, Lawn Top was the first guy that he didn't knock out.
No, yeah.
Look, click his record. I want to see if anybody ever KOs Lawn Top. Can you look at his whole record?
By Padilla,
I'll pull it up on
let's see. No. Submission.
So Lawn Top has never been KO'd ever in his life.
No.
All right. Well, we know Bobby Green. He is a good fighter, but he can definitely be KO'd.
Definitely. Definitely.
He's been. The more times you get severe concussions, the more easier it is for them to recur.
It's very true.
So.
Mauricio Harvey. Probably gonna like him.
Yeah, he'd probably win by KO. What about Amanda Lemos or Iasmin Lucindo?
Have to go with Iasmin Lucindo.
She's only 23 years old. Wow.
23 years old. She, you know, and she's beaten so many older opponents. I mean, her last loss was to Iasmin Uregui, and that was it was 2.5 years ago. She submitted Poliana Viana. Let's see. Yeah,
Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah, Marina Rodriguez was
Cavalcavich.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Iasmin Lucindo.
Kowalkiewicz, I believe.
Cavalcavich. No, in Polish a W sounds like a V.
Alright.
Yeah.
Kowalkiewicz.
I think. I'm not sure though.
Absolutely meaningless. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
Lucindo is
Amanda Lemos fought for the belts, but
did she get manhandled by?
She did. She survived, but that was a brutal assault.
Alright, so on to the next one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, next. The next
Iasmin Lucindo, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, Jalin Turner or Ignacio Bahamondes. Is this fight still on or what?
Yeah.
I heard some rumor that Jalin Turner was gonna. Never mind. I could be wrong about that. This is a battle of the really tall, skinny lightweights.
Yeah. Now, Joe Alvarez is notably absent.
Yeah, he's another one. He's good, man.
He's better than both of them.
Probably, yeah. Turner's pretty good, though.
I think Bahamondes. Turner's good, but I mean, honestly, I think Bahamondes,
yeah, he beat Manuel Torres, who I was pretty high on. I thought he was really good, but
yeah, first round knockout. Yeah, and and I think that he came in. Like I say, it's like a rite of passage.
That's all. He's done a lot of winning since he got in the UFC.
Yeah, and he lost the split decision loss to John McDessie. It's like a rite of passage, man. Like so many people. They come in.
They lose the first one.
Yeah.
Fiziev lost his first fight in the UFC.
Yeah. Pavlovich, Olberg. Early Islam Makhachev, I believe, lost his second.
Yeah.
Same with Merab.
So you think Bahamondes is going to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
I do.
Probably a good pick, but that's a... are you confident about that, or you think it's a...
It's iffy.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Because
Jalin
Turner's
to beat Christos Giagos is not, by knockout in the first round, not... Yeah, on this level, it's not crazy, but to beat Ludovic Klein... to beat Manuel Torres by first round knockout is crazy. He did lose a decision to Ludovic Klein. Jalin Turner, though, has had ups and downs. He He was beating Moicano until he wasn't.
Yeah.
Knocked out Bobby Green. Dan Hooker and Gamrot both, you know, gave him enough.
He had a really good fight with Dan Hooker, right?
Yeah, that was a sick fight.
Yeah.
Dan Hooker's also tall at that division. Not as tall, but
he's a tall, rangy guy.
Yeah.
So you think Bahamondes, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Bahamondes.
What about Justin Gaethje or Rafael Fiziev?
I'm gonna go with Fiziev. I think
Fiziev will win.
Yeah,
I just watched back that fight, man. Fiziev his striking is so good, man. His switch kicks and his combinations, his hand speed, his kicks are really fast.
Yeah,
it looked like he definitely won the first round of that fight. He was winning the beginning of the third round, but he kind of got tired, and then Gaethje started popping him with a jab, and then getting these little uppercuts on him.
Yeah, Gaethje outstruck him.
Gaethje was like, he just kind of out-toughed it. Like, he weathered the storm and then kind of took over at the very end. But
yeah.
Also, Fiziev got cut in the eye in that one, which...
Yeah.
You never know. That could have been by chance.
I think after the Holloway fight, though, I think Gaethje is, you know, he's
oh yeah, his chin might not be quite. It's definitely not quite the same, right?
No.
Once you start getting knocked out, it gets easier and easier.
I think he's what No Chill MMA would call a glass cannon. Meaning, you know.
Yeah, like he does a lot of damage, but he gets.
Yeah, he has.
I wouldn't call Gaethje a glass cannon. He's like a barbarian or a paladin or something.
No, what I mean though is that, you know, Fiziev breaks his nose, cracks him right, like, you know, and that's what.
Are you saying that Gaethje will be a glass cannon now that he's been knocked out by Holloway?
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't think his chin is gonna be gone off of one knockout, but he's not going to be as durable maybe as before.
Not his only knockout, though. I mean, yeah. Oliveira.
Didn't Oliveira get him with a rear naked choke?
Was it rear naked choke? I mean, I know.
I can't remember.
Habib submitted him, but
I can't. Maybe Oliveira did knock him out. I can't fucking. Let me look them.
I'll
look it up.
It was Habib or.
I can't remember if Oliveira knocked him out or knocked out Michael Chandler.
Oliveira and Habib.
Yeah, Oliveira got him with a rear naked choke.
He was knocked out by Poirier. He was knocked out by Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
I mean, both long.
That was a long time ago, but yeah, I see what you mean. He can be knocked out.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, Fiziev, I mean, you know, he cracked his foot on Gamrot's elbow throwing a kick. And,
I thought he blew his knee out.
Thought it was the kick, but
I can't remember.
Regardless, yeah, his only other, I mean, you know, he was knocked out in his first UFC fight in 2019, but other than that, I mean, yeah, knocked out Dos Anjos, knocked out Brad Riddell, beat Bobby Green, knocked out Moicano in the first round.
Yeah. He's one of the best strikers there is, Fiziev.
Yeah, he's a really good
you know what's crazy is Gaethje was actually shooting takedowns on him in the first one. You never see Gaethje do that.
Yeah,
but that's how. I think striking for striking, he's better than Gaethje.
Yeah, I agree. I think Fiziev has it.
And he's younger too.
He's younger. Yeah.
So Fiziev it is, huh?
Yep.
All right. What about Pereira or Alex Pereira or Magomed Ankalaev?
Main event.
Big Ank. This is. We've been waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah.
It's like Pereira.
I've been waiting for this for a while. So
yes.
So a lot of people, you know, oh, you can't grapple. You know, he's never, you know.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Ankalaev. People act like, you know.
Yeah, his grappling is a little overrated.
Although, well, people seem to think that he hasn't.
Because he's from Dagestan.
He hasn't been absolutely. You know, his camp hasn't been absolutely preparing him for Alex Pereira for over a year.
Yeah, but
He's-
you don't think
he's been the
Pereira's been
rightful
practicing
contender.
with Glover?
I mean, yeah, he can practice all he wants with Glover. The best he's gonna do as a grappler is take down defense, working his way back to his feet. That's about it. If Ankalaev strikes into takedowns, okay, like I mean, look at what Khalil was able to put Pereira on the ground, you know.
Right, but I think Pereira was
mean-
sick for that, dude.
I mean, he was what?
Pereira was sick before that fight.
I mean, you know, yeah, you can say what you want, but I mean, the point is, you got Ankalaev. Ankalaev is a far better striker than Roundtree. I'm sorry. He is.
You think?
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You think if they fought in Muay Thai or kickboxing that
Yes.
Ankalaev would win? I don't think so.
I think he beats.
I think Ankalaev is a better all-around MMA fighter, but I don't think he's a better striker than.
I mean,
Cool.
you know, he's not known to you know, to grapple, but I mean, you know, Ankalaev gets close to Pereira with strikes up the middle, you know.
Yeah, that's his game. Is the 1-2.
Yeah.
He's like Strickland with his striking.
And I mean, I do have a theory that, I mean, I mean, the way that Rakic is no Alex Pereira, right?
No,
But-
Rakic doesn't have the power that Pereira has.
No, but I mean, he does shoot leg kicks. Or I mean,
Yeah, he
sorry.
does have the
Throws leg
similar
kicks,
leg
rather.
kick.
You know, and
Not the same technique for doing it.
And
but
Ankalaev basically just walked through them. It was more so than Yuri did, for sure.
well, Yuri's really heavy on his lead leg, whereas Ankalaev is light on his lead leg, and he's better at checking the leg kicks because of that.
He does
They
check
have a
leg
totally
kicks.
different-
I don't think that Pereira is gonna be able to eat up Ankalaev's legs. I also against Jan, right? I
But
mean,
didn't Jan landed a lot of leg kicks on Ankalaev.
yeah, Ankalaev though. If you look at that fight, right? Like, I mean, I thought that was a bit of a robbery. So he was outstruck. Jan was outstruck by Ankalaev heavily. He also, on 2 takedowns, Ankalaev was able to control him for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ankalaev probably should have won that one.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
40.
yeah. So you had one judge had it as a draw, one had it as 48-47 Jan, the other as 48-46.
But it was like Ankalaev clearly won the last couple of rounds, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If I remember that.
And that was you know, and that was when did Jan shoot any? Jan shot no takedowns.
Yeah.
Ankalaev started to shoot them. The ones he got,
But he didn't
yeah.
shoot until way late in the fight.
That's true.
And he lost the first couple of rounds trying to strike at the end.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna make that same mistake. People act like, you know, people act like it's just gonna be a repeat performance. Like, you know, I mean,
Yeah, maybe he'll learn from it. He could win, but I just feel like Pereira's got a better chance of KOing him than. Because
he's
if Ankalaev has to keep him down like the whole fight.
The other guy's
basically.
never been knocked out, dude. Ankalaev,
He's never been hit by Pereira either.
Yeah, but think about it, right? Like, I mean,
I don't know if had Yuri ever been knocked out.
Yuri ever been knocked out? Yeah, he had.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Yeah,
One time,
yeah.
oh, Big Mo and fucking Ryzen.
Yep. And
King Mo or whatever.
And before that, earlier on,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, I mean, Pereira, yeah, he definitely knocks people out, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's not. I don't see him knocking out Ankalaev cold. I think Ankalaev is capable of eating shots, I just don't think
it's not a good strategy against Pereira.
No, it's not. I mean, if he has to, he can just to get inside. I don't think Ankalaev's reach advantage. I'm sorry, Pereira's reach advantage. I don't think it matters.
That doesn't matter. That's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, dude, like, I mean, Ankalaev just, you know, goes up the middle. You know, honestly, like, you know, forward pressure. I mean, you know, like in forward pressure.
Well, Pereira can fight off his back foot.
He can, but at the same time, dude, you know, if he's eating, you know, Ankalaev shots, you know, to the body, you know, face, and then Ankalaev brings him to the ground, I think. You know, I think Ankalaev. I don't think that.
But see, Ankalaev doesn't really have a submission game.
I don't think he needs to. I think he takes him to the ground and pound. I mean, you know, like he did to Krudalava twice over. You know. I mean, you know. I mean, I think you can knock him out on the feet as well, or you know, or knock him down and then just be on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, he could win, but I feel like Pereira is a safer pick.
I mean, sometimes you gotta go with the. Sometimes you gotta
go with who you think's gonna win. Yeah, I'm not.
The rightful heir.
Magomed ankle. All right, so you picking Magomed, huh? All right.
Certainly am.
We'll see what happens. I think Pereira's going to win, but more likely to win. He's more likely to get a finish.
True that.
But that's why they got to do the fight, so we'll have to see what happens.
It's going to be a finish regardless, but...
Well, I could see if Ankalaev... I could see him grinding out a decision win by holding Pereira down, getting a lot of control time, or hold him against the fence, whatever, but... I just think the most likely scenario is Ferreira knocks him out with a left hook. But, you know, we'll see on Saturday.
Find out Saturday night.
It's just like Holloway would say. All right. So,
UFC 313.
Yeah.
Once again, going with Djorden Santos to beat Ozzy Diaz, John Castaneda to beat Chris Gutierrez, Mairon Santos to beat Francis Marshall, Carlos Leal to beat Alex Morono, Bruno Ferreira to beat Armen Petrosyan, Joshua Van to beat Rei Tsuruya, Curtis Blaydes to beat Rizvan Kuniev, Mauricio Huffy to beat Bobby King Green, Iasmin Lucindo to beat Amanda Lemos, Ignacio Bahamondes to beat Jalin Turner, Rafael Fiziev to beat Justin Gaethje, and Magomed Ankalaev to beat Alex Pereira. My friend disagrees.
Yeah, on that last one I do, but we'll see what happens. So,
all right,
I gotta go. So
take it easy.
Later.